Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and you guys episode 2 of the Pokemon Randomizer Showdown All-Star Sessions. Yesterday I uploaded the first part of us revamping this series, bringing it back basically in the RU tier yesterday. Today we are jumping into the UU tier, and you guys gotta let me know in the comment section below what tier you want to see next, and please show your love on that like button down below, as it shows me that you guys are digging this series for 1, 2 that you want to see more, and 3 that you just love the aDrive armor, which is always appreciated. So let's jump right into things here. I got the UU tier. We're gonna randomize, as always. Links in the description if you want to join me on this quest here. But let's randomize, and we are gonna get a powerful team here, including Aggron, which has Headsmash, Beedrill, which is non-mega Beedrill, Ebel, Typhlosion, AV Pangor, which is kind of cool. Nice little Toxicroak sub, which is cool. No setup, but then we have a Gator, which is really good. So a couple different options here for us to use. So I'm gonna do a quick cut. We'll throw this into Showdown, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Looks like we connected to a match here, and this guy is flexing an incredibly powerful team. Definitely priority to get a Rocks right away if I have a Rocker, which I probably don't have a Rocker. I don't, but I do have a T-Spiker, which will be nice, I guess, for 2 Pokemon. I think I should just lead with this Beedrill and maybe he'll think it's Mega Beedrill, and I'll just U-turn out. Let's just do that. Let's lead with Beedrill, because maybe he'll think I'm going to Protect or something. He's going to lead with Yanmega, which does destroy me. He might think I'm going to Protect, and therefore he'll do something else. I mean, he, like, kills me first turn anyway. Maybe I'll go into Aggron, actually. Let's just swap into Aggron here, just in case. He's going to probably have speed. He's going to Air Slash us. Not a big deal. I can take that, no problem. And this actually opens me up to a really nice opportunity. Something dies if I click Head Smash, pretty much. Yeah, let's just do it. The only thing I can switch in potentially is the Gator, which is what he is going to switch in here. And you can see he's going to do 80% to a Feraligatr. We don't take any damage. That's awesome. Now, I am weak to water typing, so it does make most sense for me to swap out here. I think Toxicroak's a great switch in at this point, because I could Sucker Punch him if he decides to go for a water move. I do have the Dry Skin ability. So we're going to swap into Toxicroak. He is going to go for the Waterfall. I'm immune to that, bro. I got this all day. I can either Sucker Punch and knock him out, or I could substitute and try to potentially set up. He's gonna have either Crunch. I really feel like I could take any hit from this thing, so I'm gonna go for the substitute here. He is gonna stay in. He might Dragon Dance something. He's gonna Ice Punch us, so he does break our sub. Not a big deal. I could just simply Drain Punch here and knock this thing out if he wants to stay in, which is what he's gonna do. So Toxicroak is gonna pick up the first kill. Toxicroak, you are officially an all-star, my man. Thank you so much, Toxicroak, for being legendary. This is probably one of the first times I've ever even used a Toxicroak, which is really cool. So in comes Yanmega, which is problematic again, but I have a really easy switch into Yanmega, and that thing is called Aggron, and as long as he doesn't have any coverage for me like HP fighting, we are in good shape. And again, I can pretty much click Head Smash and kill something, but I'm going to make a prediction here that he's going to go into his Aggron. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, predicting the Aggron switch, and he does go for the Protect here. So that actually works out in my favor, because now he cannot go into Aggron because he could be fearing the EQ. So I'm going to Head Smash here, predicting him to go into Mence or potentially stay in, or even Zapdos. I think Zapdos actually makes a lot of sense for him to switch into. He's gonna go for the Ancient Power. Does not do anything as long as I don't miss, which I do, of course. Miss the Head Smash. He's gonna get another Speed Boost. I don't really care about those Ancient Powers. I'm gonna make a little prediction here and go for, do I wish to EQ here? Let me think. I feel like he's probably gonna, I think he's gonna swap here. My speed invested doesn't look like it. It looks like I've got, I mean, Head Smash kills something. Earthquake, he can't touch me. That's the thing. I just don't want him to go into his Aggron for free, because I don't really have any really good Aggron switch-ins anyway. That's kind of my issue too. I'm gonna EQ. Potentially he'll switch out here. I think he's gonna Protect, so that's fine. Again, he sees the EQ, so same kind of scenario. He really can't switch in his Aggron. I'll do the same prediction game. We're gonna Head Smash again and kind of see where that nets out. He's going to swap into the Aggron, so great plays on his part. I do break his Sturdy at this point, if he has it. And he has 94 to 218. I'm at 136. I really doubt I'm any sort of speed invested here. I think it's in my best interest to swap out here, just because I feel like I can utilize this thing later. He's probably going to EQ, and I think I could probably go into Beedrill, which is most certainly my least useful member. If for some reason I'm able to live the EQ, I can Endeavor back and do some damage to him, or just set up a layer of T-Spikes. He does EQ, we can live it, no problem. We do have Black Sludge, which shows that we're not the Mega Set. I kind of like the prospect, I think I said earlier, oh no, I kind of like the prospect of going for T-Spikes here, but I guess Endeavor does get a little bit of chip damage off and allows Toxicroak to come in a little easier. It'll also get like 50% off on everything else, so let's go for the Endeavor. He's probably just going to stay in. That's going to bring him down to about 45. That's fine. He is going to get up his rocks, so good play on his part to get those stealth rocks up. I think I just go for T-Spikes here. It'll hurt the Houndoom coming in, and realistically, I'm just kind of letting this B-Drill die. It's kind of death fodder at this point. It's going to lose 25% on switching anyway. He's going to T-Wave us, so he is like a kind of a, whatchamacallit. He doesn't seem to be an offensive set. He seems to be more of a kind of like a defensive set, but it's surprising that he doesn't have lefties or anything. Now, I can go back into Toxicroak and kill with Drain Punch. Another opportunity would be to go into Froggator or even Pangoro. Toxicroak is the fastest, though, and I think is the best play here. I don't really lose anything by going for Drain Punch at this point in time. I can also Substitute here, which actually isn't a terrible play. I do have the Black Sludge, so I do like the potential of going for Substitute here. Let's go for it. I'll get all the health back with Drain Punch afterwards anyway. He's already seen my Drain Punch. He is going to stay in here. Go for the EQ, break our sub, that's fine. I really do feel like, unless he's Chople, he's going to go down to this Ice Punch. He does go down. It's a crit, totally unnecessary. That'll bring us all the way back to full because of our Black Sludge. And Toxicroak picks up its second kill of the match, which to me is very surprising. In comes Yanmega again, another problem for me, but I have a very easy switch into Aggron every single time, and I'm at the point now where I just click Head Smash and basically something dies every time, which is hilarious because I love using Aggron and this thing is awesome. I only have 5 Head Smashes though, so that is something to keep in mind here. I do think I should Heavy Slam predicting the Protect. Or I can actually EQ as well. Let's EQ, predicting the Protect. He does go for the Protect, so that actually works out really well, so I'm not wasting PP on Head Smash. And assuming we don't miss, we actually kill something right now. So I'm gonna Head Smash, and we should be able to knock something out. I mean, I think maybe the Zapdos, or the Zapdos, could potentially live a hit if it were to come in on the Head Smash, but Aggron is really, really good. He's gonna Air Slash, go for the flinch. He gets it, of course. He's probably gonna Protect now. I'll probably Heavy Slam this time. Just to not waste PP, and Heavy Slam's gonna hurt everything anyway, so I don't see what he's trying to do here. This guy's got a very interesting team. He's got like way too many flying Pokemon. He's gonna Ancient Power, so assuming we don't miss, and we miss again, dude. That's 2 misses on this Yanmega, and it's becoming quite annoying. Let's Heavy Slam again. He doesn't win this matchup, so I don't, but I guess again he doesn't really have a switch to Aggron, so the only bummer is if I actually do pick up a kill with Aggron, we have to swap him out, and it's been so fun using it. He's gonna Ancient Power again, going for the boost. He's not gonna get it. We're gonna Head Smash, and he does have a Focus Sash Yanmega, so that's why he's been staying in here. Well, I guess that works out for me because now I'm pretty free to basically Heavy Slam, and if he wants to swap out, that's fine. He's gonna Protect Stall me. I am gonna Heavy Slam here and knock out the Yanmega because I do want to preserve my my Head Smash PP. We have 3 more Head Smashes left, so to me it makes sense to go for the Heavy Slam. He's gonna Air Slash, he gets a crit, and he gets the flinch. Incredibly obnoxious. This is like really stupid. This is one of the things I hate about competitive battling, like situations like this, where my opponent is gonna gain absolutely zero advantage by staying in with his Yanmega here. Yeah, maybe he's going to be able to get a little bit of damage off on me, but ultimately I end up at 75%, and unless he has EQ on something, he's not going to knock me out. And in comes his Houndoom. Now, he does have the ability to go for a Dark-type move, which probably makes the most sense. I do have Aqua Jet on Gator, so predicting the Fire move, I can easily go into Typhlosion. That would make the most sense to me as he goes for a Fire move. I do have an AV Pangoro as well, which can come in after and do quite a bit. In fact, I could probably bring in the AV Pangoro now, because it looks like a max HP, max attack. I could easily go for a Hammer Arm or something like that. I'm sure he's Mega. Just trying to think of what makes the most sense here. Typhlosion does have some viability because it probably is going to Speed Tie or Outspeed Zapdos, and does potentially Speed Tie with the Mence as well. Toxicroak has Sucker Punch, which is nice. I really feel like Aggron pretty much wins the match. It's just a matter of what my next switch in is going to be. I think I'm going to swap into Pangoro here. I should be able to take the hit, whether it's Fire Blast or Dark Pulse. He might go for sub too. He is going to go for the Flamethrower, so it would have been a nice prediction if I swapped, but that's totally fine. Now, I really feel like my play here is just a Circle Throw. It should easily knock this thing down, or knock it out, and if he decides to switch out, it could potentially bring it back in. So, bring the Houndoom back in, which can't touch us. He is going to swap out into his Mence, which is fine. We're going to get some chip damage off, 20%. That'll swap him back out into the Houndoom and put us in the same spot we were, which is very nice. I can predict the swap now and go for a knockoff again, or I can Circle Throw one more time. Either way, I really don't lose anything by Circle Throwing. because I know I could take hits from the Zapdos either way. He is gonna Nasty Plot here, assuming I don't miss, and of course I miss. It's like, it never fails. I have to Hammer Arm now, because if I miss again, we're in a lot of trouble. I should be able, ooh, this is problematic. Okay, so it's not too bad, because as long as, I can bring in Gator and Aqua Jet, and if he swaps, he's gonna swap into Zapdos. I can actually pull a double here as well, and go into Croak, which doesn't really make sense. His play is Dark Pulse. The Aqua Jet is so incredibly obvious, but I don't think I can risk. I don't think I could risk him going into. Man, that made a big difference. That Circle Throw miss. I've missed so many moves in this game. Typhlosion does still have some viability because I can take a hit from the Zapdos and I'll outspeed and I can Fire Blast it. I think I just Aqua Jet here, try to knock him out. I do think he's gonna swap though. I really do think he's gonna swap. I want to predict the switch and double out. I'm doing it. I'm doubling out. Stupid play. We're gonna do it. He stays in, doesn't he? He goes for the Dark Pulse. Oh, dude, that was the biggest misplay of my life. Oops. Alrighty then. Well, let's try to not lose this game. Oh man. So far, Pangoro didn't get a kill, did it? So Aggron killed 2 Pokemon, right? I have to like go back and think. All right, we'll just Aqua Jet. I over predicted there. I thought he was gonna swap. We're gonna knock out the Houndoom. This is gonna be a tough one for us to win at this point because I can wear down the Mence a little bit more. He's gonna bring in the Zapdos, but again, I can't really do much to it. I don't think I'm living a hit either at this point. I have to just crunch, and then I really have to hope that that does a good amount. He's gonna go over the Discharge. We don't live it, which is unfortunate. Now we're gonna be fighting against a Paralysis as well. Incredibly annoying. It does look, based on that Toxicroak does outspeed, which is pretty nice. I can Ice Punch this thing and do like a decent amount to him. I just don't know if I could beat the Mence, but yeah, I don't think I could beat the Mence with Typhlosion if he has EQ, because I'm gonna take 25%. He could also do a lot to us. I really don't think Ice Punch is gonna be enough to kill. I think that's our only play though, is to go for the Ice Punch. Because Substitute is going to be useless because he can just break our sub. So we're going to Ice Punch, do about, you know, go. Oh, we get the freeze! Yes! Let's go! Dude, we needed that freeze more than anything, man. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about freeze hacks, guys, but I'll take it. I'll take it, man. That's awesome. That is beautiful. Let's go. Now we have a prediction game to play. I should have probably subbed on the Zapdos, but I have a prediction game to play here because if he's got DD Mence and I go for Sucker Punch, then that's pretty problematic. I believe he does kill us with EQ. He could be Scarf. I think I have to go for Sucker Punch here. We're gonna do 30%. That's fine. He's gonna go for the EQ and knock us out. I believe he does win. He is probably Scarf Moxie, so I'm gonna assume he's actually gonna win at this point in time, just because he's probably Scarf Moxie, which makes sense. The best thing I can hit him with is probably Extrasensory. I need a crit, basically. I don't think even a crit is gonna kill him. I don't have HP Ice on a Typhlosion. He's probably Scarf, so he probably wins. The only thing I could have done there is set up a sub. Oh, I do outspeed. I don't do enough. He's gonna EQ and knocks out. So we do lose that match. Kind of unfortunate. Made a very big misplay there with the whatchamacallit. You know, the Feraligatr swapping out. I should just Aqua Jet because I would have saved Feraligatr. But let me go and see what I have to randomize here. Who actually got kills? Let's just double check because I totally forgot. I know Aggron got kills, so we can swap over to the randomizer screen here. Give me a second. I will load this bad boy up and we'll be right back momentarily. Alright, so it looks like we're good. It looks like Toxicroak picked up that kill with the Ice Punch. Gator picked up the Aqua Jet kill. And I believe the remainder of the kills went to Aggron, so I think that's right. So we're going to basically keep Beedrill, Pangoro, and Typhlosion. We're going to randomize those other three. And we're going to get a Mega Aerodactyl, which is wonderful, a Nidoqueen, and a Chestnut. This team just got, like, exponentially better. This Beedrill's horrible. But let me throw this in a showdown, and we will find another match, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so it looks like we found another match here. This guy's got a weird team with a Torkoal. Let's see here. I have Aerodactyl, which I really like, actually. I don't want to get burned with Aerodactyl, though. I think this is a... No, he's got Tentacool. I was going to say, this is a really good opportunity for me to set up rocks right away. I have 2 Stealth Rockers. Kind of weird. Potential leads could be that Torkoal. that's the thing I see likely to lead. It looks like he just forfeited, so we're gonna grab another one, so forget that ever happened. All right, so here's another match. It looks like this guy's got a pretty interesting team, including a Swellow Aggron, which seems to be getting quite a bit of use. Mismagius, so he's kind of got a mixed team here. Potential leads on his end, probably the Aggron to set up rocks. I do like the idea of leading with Nidoqueen, as it can take its rock stab and do really well. It also takes on pretty much everything. I actually really like Nidoqueen. The only thing it doesn't want to take on is potentially the Swellow. But I have other answers for Swellow, so I do like the idea of leading with Nidoqueen. Once I get rid of that, the Roserade, I can actually take advantage of Toxic Spikes. I can't stay in here, unfortunately, so kind of a misplay on my part. Well, not a misplay, but just unfortunate luck. Beedrill comes in and endeavors this thing down to a decent amount. My team is very, very weak to this thing. I can go into Chestnut and take the hit and then Leech Seed, but then I deal with other nonsense. I potentially get burned from Scald. But I guess Chestnut really doesn't do too much for me in this match, so let's just do it. He's going to go for the Hydro Pump and miss the Hydro Pump. I don't know why anyone's running Hydro Pump, but I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. If he goes into Roserade, that's fine. I can take the Sludge Bomb because I have the Bulletproof ability. So Roserade is incredibly not as effective as it otherwise would be. I can't do anything back to it anyway. But he's going to go into his Arcanine and get the Intimidate off, so at least I know it's a defensive Arcanine. I hit the Leech Seed, which is nice. That'll rack up some residual damage and kind of force him that he has to either... I'm going to have Spiky Shield, because there's really no reason not to. I believe Spiky Shield functions the same way as Protect does, so if he does go for the Flare Blitz, I can scout for that and get some damage off. I could have double Leech Seeded or went to Flash Fire Typhlosion to take the Flare Blitz. A little early for me to make those predictions. I might as well scout this set out. But I'm sure he's like Willow, Morning Sun, or something like that. He does have the Extreme Speed. Not sure why he went for Extreme Speed, in all honesty, but that's fine with me. Might have just been going for chip damage against the Typhlosion. Beedrill is definitely the most expendable member here. Does Beedrill actually have a chance to kill anything? No, it doesn't. I could bring in Typhlosion, but then I guess I could bring in Typhlosion because he's going to swap into Mismagius. This isn't a bad situation for me because I can easily fire off a Fire Blast, or I can predict the swap into my Milotic, which would be nice. But I think that my play here is just a Fire Blast. It'd be really nice to get rocks up, actually. Even if my Milotic comes in, it's not a big deal. He's going to Shadow Ball, does about 40%. We're going to get a big Fire Blast off. We get a crit here, which is nice. Bring him down. He is leftovers. So he's running max speed leftovers, so he might carry something like Taunt or something. Based on that damage, I don't think HP Grass is going to kill. I think Extra Sensory probably will, though. I think my play here, I really want to predict the Milotic switch in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into Chestnut, because Chestnut can take the Shadow Ball. I believe that goes against Bulletproof. He's got Destiny Bond. Oh, thank goodness I swapped, because that would have been, I wish I predicted that, but I didn't. That was just, I should have known. He's got the Dazzling Gleam. I can eat that up because it's not invested. It's clearly like a fully speed invested, kind of bulkier Mismagius, it looks like. I can also, I'm just going to Synthesis here. Assuming no crit, I can easily take the Dazzling Gleam. And there's no incentive for me to attack this thing. He does go for the Dazzling Gleam again. We'll be able to Synthesis this off with the Leech Seed recovery. That's going to put us really close to full. Yeah, that's going to put us in a really good spot. I have the opportunity to swap into Nido now and get on my rocks, which I really like the perspective of, just because I think those rocks are going to come in a lot of usefulness. And if he goes for another Dazzling Gleam, that's fine. If he swaps, it's not a big deal. If he Shadow Balls predicting my switch, which I really don't expect, I'll get Leech Seed recovery at least. But getting these rocks up are really big because it's going to do 25% to the Swellow, 25% to the Arcanine, and we'll be able to wear those two things down. And the chip damage on the Milotic will help too. He's going to go into his Arcanine. Not a terrible scenario for me. I don't want to take a Flare Blitz, but I think it's worth me setting up the rocks. I actually OHKO him with Earth Power at this point, and I do have Life Orb, so I could go for the kill here, or he potentially could swap. I'm going to go for the rocks here. He's going to go for the E-Speed. I don't know what kind of Arcanine this thing is. It's so weird that it's just like randomly E-Speeding. I'm going into, I kind of want to go to Aerodactyl, but that doesn't really make too much. I guess Chestnut is okay. No. I think I just let it kill me and I'll just Earth Power and knock him out. Or I'll let him go for the E-Speed. He's going to E-speed again. I don't know why this thing just keeps E-speeding, but Nidoqueen's going to pick up a kill, which is really nice. So Nidoqueen picking up the first kill of this matchup, and hopefully we can win this one since we didn't have too much luck on the last one, unfortunately, but I made a big misplay. And a couple misses, dude. Missing circle throws, all sorts of stuff, man. I have the worst accuracy on Showdown. In comes Swellow, likely going to go for Protect here to get that Guts boost. Unfortunately, I don't have a reliable switch into it aside from Aerodactyl, which is a great response to this thing. But I have to let something die. I think Nidoqueen's still valuable, so I'm going to sack off Beedrill here. Unfortunately, I would love for Beedrill to get kills, but it's just not going to happen. He's going to Brave Bird. The only thing I could have went into is potentially Arrow, but it just wasn't worth it. Aerodactyl can come in here now, and I'm walled by Aggron entirely, but I can Mega Evolve, and I can just Aerial Ace or Ice Fang. Probably going to Aerial Ace so I don't miss. And if he wants to go into Aggron, that's fine. I could double, but if Aggron comes in, I can go to Pangoro, so we'll just Aerial Ace. Everything else, it hits incredibly hard. This Aerodactyl, it's going to be very tough for him to win this match, just because the only thing that he really has that can put in the work is the Aggron, but I can just go into Nido every time, and his Mismagius is in range to pretty much die to whatever. He's going to swap into the Milotic, take Rocks damage. He's going to take an Tough Claws boosted Aerial Ace, not a 2 KO. I do have to swap here just because of the threat of this thing. Chestnut's a decent switch in. Pangoro's actually not a bad switch in either. I don't want to get burned with it, but it would be nice to go for the knockoff. I'm going to make that play and hope he doesn't go for Scald. Either way, getting rid of his leftovers is going to really be good. If he does go for, he went for Hydro Pump last time. He's going to go for the Toxic, so that's fine with me. Now I can't get Scald burned, so that was actually best case scenario. And knockoff is the play. No matter what he switches in, it's going to kill the Swellow. It's going to knock off any item on the Aggron. It's going to hurt the Roserade pretty well and kills the Mismagius. He is going to sack off the Mismagius here, potentially predicting a fighting type move. Fine by me. We get rid of his leftovers and knock out the Mismagius. So both Pangoro and Nidoqueen picking up kills. I should really take notes about this stuff. I don't think I have a pen near me. Maybe I could type it in my phone, because I don't want to like have to look back, because I'll forget. So let's make a note. We're going to make a note in our phone here. Here comes Swellow, pretty much dies, but so Nido and Pangoro both picking up kills, not bad. I do have to swap here. I'm gonna go into Aerodactyl because I can take. Oh, he's gonna be the Endeavor set. Oh, that was a misplay if there ever was one. And I don't have Roost, but I can Aerial Ace and knock this thing out and get the kill with Aerodactyl, which is what we're gonna do. So Arrow's gonna pick up a kill. I'll make a note for that. Arrow picks up the kill. So Nido, Pangoro, and Aerodactyl all picking up kills this match. We've got a 5-3. That Aggron is still really scary. I gotta save my Aerodactyl though. He doesn't have any way to. I guess he could set up Rock still. Ooh, this is tempting because I can Aerial Ace this thing and bring this thing down pretty low. Or I just go into Pangoro and go for the knockoff. I have to keep Nidoqueen for the Aggron. Typhlosion's nice for that thing. Chestnut definitely doesn't have as much viability as it had before, but it just basically baits out the Roserade, which is why I haven't brought it in yet. I think I'm gonna go to Pangoro here. Might be a bad play if he goes for Hydro Pump. Does 37. With the toxic damage, it's gonna be really close whether this is enough to kill. The knockoff is gonna be the play here anyway to potentially get rid of his leftovers. And if he stays in, that's best case scenario. If he swaps into Aggron, that's fine. But the thing is, I outspeed Aggron most likely unless he's speed invested. Well, maybe. That's gonna be close. He's gonna overly recover, so that's fine. I'm gonna get rid of your lefties, and that's cool with me, man. So now you have to recover against me, and I'm gonna easily just go for the Circle Throw. While Poison Jab is nice to potentially poison him, I feel like he might recover again, and if he recovers again, then I'm gonna bring him below half. He's gonna Hydro Pump and knock us out, that's fine. So now my play is Chestnut, I believe. So I play Chestnut. It's the only thing that outspeeds. Or it's Aerodactyl and click Aerial Ace twice, but that seems kind of dumb. I can also HP Grasp with Typhlosion, put the pressure on there. It is E-Belt, and it might do enough because Aerodactyl can beat the Roserade, and Nidoqueen wins against the Aggron, and he loses his Sturdy. As long as it's not Scarf Aggron. I have a lot of speed investment too. And I guess Chestnut beats Aggron too with Leech Seed. I think I want to put the pressure on this Milotic by HP Grassing. Because if he swaps into Roserade, I have an answer for it. If he goes into Aggron, I can Fire Blast or Focus Blast. I think this is the right play. Because I want to keep him from recover stalling, because he's gonna I guess Nidoqueen probably would have outsped, but does 41. He goes for the recover, so not the best situation, but I can continue to just fire off HP grasses. And eventually he's going to have to kill us, or he's going to miss a Hydro Pump. So that's going to get the crit, bring him down to 4. He goes to the Hydro Pump and misses, so he gets some good karma there finally. And I just click extra sensor in case he swaps. We're going to knock out the Milotic, which is wonderful. So Typhlosion picking up a kill. This has been, he's going to forfeit. I'm going to give Typhlosion that kill though, because he clearly was about to get a kill there. Unfortunately, the rest of the team doesn't get the shot, because we might have had more kills there, but let me cut. We'll go back to the randomizer here. I might actually be able to do it without cutting. Let me see. Sometimes the screens are all funky. Okay, cool. So we're going to keep Beedrill. Typhlosion gets randomized. Arrow's going to get randomized. Nidoqueen's going to get randomized. Chestnut's going to stay. Pangoro will also get randomized. So we're keeping Beedrill and Chestnut. The other 4 get randomized, so I think that's how we got to do it. And it looks like we're going to pick up a regular Steelix, a Mienshao, a Quillfish, which I'm really excited to use, and a non-Mega Glalie. So let's throw this in Showdown, and I'll get another battle, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so it looks like we found another match here. This guy's got a Sticky Web team. Oh my god, this guy's team is so power. I don't even think I can do anything to Sticky Web to stop it, truthfully. What I can do, however, is try to set a T-Spikes with Beedrill, which would be really nice as he does not have a spinner. The only thing that messes me up against is potentially the Hera. But I'm trying to think here if I can even beat the Galvantula. Actually, does Mienshao outspeed Galvantula? Because I could potentially... I have Stone Edge. I can't even do that. Never mind. I was going to say I could potentially fake out and then knock it out, but that's not going to work. He's going to get his webs either way. So I think my play here is just... My team isn't very fast anyway, so I think I just have to deal with Sticky Webs. Let's lead with Beedrill, try to get our... oh, that's not going to work very well. Do I have enough Spidef investment to live a hit? Probably not. He might just predict the Protect here. What do I have to switch into this thing? Absolutely nothing, really. I guess Steelix is my only switch in. This thing just destroys my entire team, and I don't think I'm living a Psychic from this thing. I basically have to go into Steelix, and I have to go for Iron Head or Rock Slide. I don't know. He's gonna go for Side Shot. That's actually best case scenario. Sorry, my fiance texted me. All right, I could predict the swap here, go for the Toxic, which isn't a terrible play, actually. His swap in here is probably Blastoise or Heracross, and I don't lose anything from going for Toxic. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to predict the swap here and go for Toxic. He's going to switch out into the Gator, which is nice. He's probably not Lum. He's probably Life Orb. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, assuming he has no fighting move, I actually can take a hit from this thing, but I do like going into my Quillfish here because I could potentially do some shenanigans, man. We might be able to Thunder Wave something or whatever. He's going to Dragon Dance, get rid of that Intimidate drop, and take more Tox damage. Luckily, we have a timer on this thing. I can taunt him to make sure he can't do any more Dragon Dances. Looks like we are speed invested. We're not actually bulk invested. The other idea is going into Chestnut to stall him out with Spiky Shield and stuff. He might have the EQ, so I am going to scout that and go into Chestnut here. He's going to Dragon Dance again. A little bit scary. Leech Seed is probably my play. I know I could take... I'm max defense here. I know I could take a hit from this thing without any sort of an issue. It's just a matter of whether I feel like he's going to go for... He's not going to switch at this point. So I feel like I Spiky Shield. Do I think he's going to predict this? I'm going to Spiky Shield and hope he attacks. He does Ice Punch, so he does show the Ice Punch. He's going to take Spiky Shield damage and Toxic damage, which is wonderful. And now I just go back into Quillfish because I could take the water hit. He didn't show EQ before. And he's got Ice Punch, Dragon Dance, and then probably Waterfall or something. I guess he could have a fighting move as well, but I think we're able to get rid of at least one big threat here. What do I have that can beat Blissey? I don't know if I have anything that can beat Blissey. We're gonna get that. He's gonna go for the Ice Punch. We can easily eat that, and he should get on a Tox damage. He does. Okay, so technically that kill is gonna actually go to Steelix for the Toxic because Steelix did all the work there. So, Steelix picks up a kill. I'll make a little note here. Steelix. As much as I would love to make some plays here, I have to go into Steelix. It's my only response to Espeon. Knowing he has Psyshock instead of Psyche, that's really nice. He does have the Calm Mind. I wish I had Roar. I guess I can't Roar out of Magic Bounce Pokemon anyway. Iron Head is my play. He's going to Calm Mind again. This thing is frail as heck from the physical side. And look how much that does to him. Oh my god, he's got a Citrus Berry. I don't really care about that. Rock Slide does kill him. What is his switch into a potential Iron Head? Rock Slide hits everything neutral. I don't want to miss but we can eat up a Psyshock all day, man. That actually is huge. He lives it. Probably should have went for the Iron Head, because Iron Head would have killed, actually, but that might discourage him from going into Galvantula. He's going to Psyshock again, eat that up. Steelix going to pick up his second kill against the Espeon. I didn't think I had a single answer to that Espeon when I saw this matchup, because it really destroyed a lot of my team, especially if he got up his Sticky Webs, but he does not. Now in comes the Hera, and I think my play is just Quillfish, because if he's banded, I can take the close combat and the Mega Horn. If he predicts that goes for EQ, I'll at least get the Intimidate drop on him. He is going to predict that go for the EQ. Now, I do outspeed, most likely, unless he's Scarfed. It's Speed Tie. So, I think I'm going to actually go into Chestnut here, predicting him to be potentially Scarfed, just based on the composition of his team. I know I can eat that up. I get a free Leech Seed here, which is really nice, and I have the Hammer Arm for the Blissey, which is even nicer. I'm gonna Leech Seed. If he Mega Horns, I know I can live it. He's gonna swap here into the Galvantula. Totally fine. I know I can take a Bug Buzz, and I can pretty much Spiky Shield here. He might Sticky Web, though. Beedrill's a great switch in, because Beedrill's gonna die anyway, so maybe I can get at my T-Spikes, which would really hurt. There's the Sticky Web. Been waiting for that. Not a big deal. I think my T-Spikes are the play. I'm pretty sure I can live one hit. Going for X-Scissors is kind of useless, and the T-Spikes would be nice to help me wear down the potential Blastoise switch in. I know he can spin them away, but he'll have gotten poisoned at that point anyway. And based on that damage from the Thunder, it looks like I can live one more and potentially Endeavor him, or I can go for the X-Scissor and just try to get a chunk of damage off on him, which is probably the better play, is to go for X-Scissor. Just because this thing is not really going to do too much. Or I could predict the Thunder again, go into Steelix, get some recovery back. He's not going to Bug Buzz. Let's actually do that. Let's predict the Thunder, go into Steelix. Basically, to get the Leech Seed recovery is the idea here, and also wear him down a little bit. You'll see I'll get a little bit of recovery back from the Leech Seed. We are Life Orb Sheer Force. I didn't realize that. No wonder we did so much earlier. And now I can go into Beedrill and sack it off, or potentially force a switch here. He might have Energy Ball, but I can eat the Energy Ball, and I'll get more Leech Seed recovery. So there's the Energy Ball. Works out just fine in my favor. I got Black Sledge and Leech Seed, and I know I could live with Thunder. And at this point, I believe we might actually be able to squeeze out a kill here with Beedrill, assuming no Para. There's the Para! Yeah, we got the kill with Beedrill. Let's go. Regular Beedrill picking up a kill. Wow. I gotta make a note for that. That is absolutely wonderful. Regular Beedrill just picked up a kill in the All-Star session. That's the beautiful thing about doing All-Stars, is you can use Pokemon like Beedrill and have them actually get kills. In comes the Blastoise again, fearing the potential spin here. I'm gonna go for the Endeavor just in case he does decide to go for Rapid Spin to get rid of that. He is Mega Blastoise, Water Pulse, a little scary. Luckily for me, I have the timer there. I could be cheeky here and pick up that kill with Quillfish, which I really like the idea of doing. Quillfish comes in and goes for Destiny Bond, and no, I'm not faster because of the Sticky Web now. Never mind. Blastoise typically doesn't carry anything to cover to hit Chestnut, and I think most of his moves are pulse moves, so Bulletproof does make them so they don't work. Pretty sure a lot of his moves don't work. I guess he could Dragon Pulse me, but I had the opportunity to just go for a Leech Seed here, get some recovery back, and I can take any hit from this thing. He could have Ice Beam, but I can live it. It looks like I'm bulky. You know, it looks like I have heavy defense investment, no attack investment, it looks like. So, I should be able to live any hit. If he goes into Blissey, I kill that thing. If he goes into Hera, he could potentially be in the Guts Boost, but I am expecting that Heracross to be Scarfed, just based on the EQ from before. He's got the Aura Sphere, I have the Bulletproof, he doesn't know about it. This guy, he wasn't ready. He was not ready. Chestnut, you absolute legend. I think he's gonna forfeit again, man. All these people, they don't finish out their matches, bro. No one wants to finish out their match. I guess I'm gonna give that kill to Chestnut, because I feel like Chestnut was winning that matchup. Let's give it to Chestnut. We'll do one more just to get some more variety here. So Steelix, Beedrill, and Chestnut. We're gonna say Chestnut got that kill because forget you, Blastoise. Let's kick that randomizer back on here, and there it is. So we're gonna get rid of Beedrill, get rid of Steelix, and get rid of Blastoise, and we're gonna keep Quillfish, Glalie, and Mienshao. So let's randomize these bad boys. Looks like we're gonna pick up a Togetic, a regular Swampert, and a Magneton. This team is absolutely brutal. We are gonna get bodied, but let's jump into Showdown one more time and see how this team goes. All right, so we have connected. Similar team, man. He's got the Espeon, the Heracross, Regirock, Vape, Entei, Sceptile, Mega Sceptile. How do I even beat this guy? Let's think here. This isn't Scarf and Magneton. Magneton actually can do something. If he leads with Espeon, Magneton can do something. If he leads with Regirock, Magneton gets bodied by EQ. Quillfish is a decent lead, but can't beat the other thing, the Espeon. Swampert's okay, doesn't have rocks on it, which is stupid. Togetic is essentially useless. I don't see how we even stand a chance here. Man. E-Bell Mienshao, that's we're gonna have to use that to get some kills later. I think I lead with Magneton here, hoping he leads with Espeon. Or maybe Glalie. I mean, Glalie is just not gonna do anything though. Like, where does this thing even invest in? Max speed, max HP? Like, it's max HP, max speed, and doesn't have hazards. What? I guess I could taunt the Regirock with this thing, though. Keep him from setting up. Go for an Ice Beam. This thing is useless. Let's lead with it. I don't think it actually can do anything. He's gonna lead with Heracross, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do against that. I guess my play is actually go to Quillfish to get the Intimidate off. Potentially get a Thunder Wave off on something. But I think Quillfish brings in Espeon, so I probably have to Waterfall. I don't think I could... Dude, if he's like Scarf, Moxie, and just clicks Close Combat... Well, Quillfish is a good response to Heracross, I guess. I've always been a big fan of Quillfish's design, but it's hard to use. Because it's not as bulky. He's gonna go for the Close Combat. I'm gonna eat that up. That did a lot, though. That did a lot. 27%. I have to Waterfall here, predicting the swap into Espeon. For him to protect my T-Spikes, because T-Spikes actually destroy his team. If I can get them up, it would be wonderful. Of course, I don't have T-Spikes on this team, but they'd be nice to have. If I did have them, they'd be awesome. Gym Leader Zygo, he's gonna go into the Espeon. Easy prediction for me, man. We're gonna do over half to him. And he is not the Leftovers variant. He could be dual screens. My swap is into Magneton and I Volt Switch. He has no ground type, so I can freely Volt Switch. I can take the Psychic Psyshock, I can take a Shadow Ball. I'm Eviolite, so this Magneton's gonna be able to eat these hits. And hopefully I'm Analytic and not Sturdy. I guess HP fighting Espeon isn't crazy. He's gonna Psychic, I can easily eat that up. He's Life Orb, that did a lot, yeah. I'm in a pretty decent spot here. I am Magnet Pull, essentially useless. I can Volt Switch here and knock this thing out. And if he decides to switch out, that's fine. I think that's my play. I doubt he's gonna have HP ground. He's gonna swap into Sceptile. He is not Lightning Rod yet, so we get a free swap there. And I think I pretty much... He hits 372 speed. He's gonna outspeed us. Togetic's actually not terrible to come in because I can Dazzling Gleam him when he turns into a... Yeah, the only thing it does is it baits in the Entei though, and I don't really have a good Entei swap. Glalie not bad either because I can Ice Shard him if he Mega Evolves. I just don't think it's gonna do enough. I really don't think it's gonna do enough to knock him out at this range. I think I gotta go Glalie, and I think I'm just gonna Ice Shard and hope it's enough. Because I don't think he might even switch. Would he switch? I don't think Ice Shard's gonna be enough. Even though it's gonna be 4 times if he Mega Evolves, which is what I'm expecting. Do I think I can live? I'm max HP. I'm going for the Ice Beam. I think I can live a Leaf Storm. Maybe I'm crazy. Hidden Power. I can live that, dude. Glale's about to pick up a kill! Let's go. Dude, Glalie, you are just powerful. I might have actually been able to kill with Ice Shard. Because I was Life Orb. I was pushing it. I'm not going to bust out a Calc right now just to see that, but... we get rid of his Mega Sceptile, which opens the door for Magneton a little bit. Is it valuable for me to keep Ice Shard on this thing? I'm max speed, so I hit base 80 speed, which only allows me to outspeed the Regirock and the Espeon. The problem is if he's Moxie, I don't want him to get that boost, so I do think I have to go into Quillfish here. I just don't want him to get a free Moxie boost against my Glalie. So let's get the Intimidate off. He EQs, so good play on his part, good prediction. I do outspeed him, I believe. No, he's Speed Tie. We already went over this. I'm gonna go into Togetic now. I get a free swap into Togetic. Because I'm pretty sure he's Scarf. And I can Nasty Plot, but that's useless. Entei's likely coming in. I think my play, because of the Entei, is to go into Swampert. He does outspeed, so Entei would come in first. Quillfish can get the Intimidate. I'm going to go into Swampert, predicting the swap into Entei. He's going to go to Regirock. It's fine with me. Swampert's the same deal. Scald is nice. Scald hits everything on his team aside from Vaporeon. If he wants to go into Vaporeon, I can EQ. Actually, I should EQ, predicting the Vaporeon. Do I think he would go into Vaporeon? It's not going to do anything anyway. I'm just going to Scald. EQ's not going to do anything to Vaporeon anyway. I'd rather try to get the damage off on him. He might just go for rocks here. He's going to swap into the Vaporeon, so whatever. Not much I can do. He's got the Water Absorb. I don't know how I beat Vaporeon in this matchup. I don't think I can. Well, I can with Magneton. We got to go into Magneton here. We're going to Volt Switch. I don't want to keep taking these hits with the Magneton, but we got to do something. No burn. Sweet. All right. I get a free Volt Switch now on something, which is nice because it's going to hurt the Vaporeon. So Magneton's rocks like a pretty good, like 372 is pretty high. And assuming he's like defensive Vaporeon, which most are. Actually, it could be special defense and the Regirock takes the rest, but here comes the Regirock. Does a decent chunk. I don't think Mienshao kills the HJK here. Quillfish can come in Waterfall, doesn't really do too much. I need Quillfish to deal with the Heracross. Swampert's nice because it comes in Scalds or EQs. Both are effective. Glalie can just die if I wanted to. I still think High Jump Kick's gonna do enough. I think I have to go into Swampert. Yeah. I think that's the play. Let's go to Swampert. And I wish I had Toxin this thing, man. That's what I need. I'm gonna EQ. He's probably gonna stay in this time though. But it's gonna hit this thing really hard. Either way. I think the EQ is the proper play. Here comes the Entei. Oh, that's... Why would you switch into Entei on a Swampert, bro? What are you doing? He might have thought I was doubling out. That's the only thing I could think of is he... Because I've been playing like a doubles game. He might have thought I was going to double out. I don't want to get Scald burned by this thing. I don't have Heal Bell on Togetic, which is specially defensive. I have really no switch into this thing. I think I have to go into Glalie and just sack it off. And then we have to go back into Magneton. So Glalie goes down to the Vape, that's fine. I have to go into Magneton here, and I think I can live a Scald, maybe. How much did it do before? 29%. I can live another one. I got a Volt Switch here. Hopefully he's gonna switch out though, so I can get more Volt Switches. Magneton is so important on this team right now. I don't have any way to get through the Vaporeon otherwise, I don't think. Unless I Destiny Bond it with Quillfish. He's gonna stay in. We're gonna do only 40%, dude. Oh my god. So here's the thing. I guess I can go into Togetic here and see what he's gonna do. Maybe he won't Scald. He's gonna roar us out into Mienshao. That's fine with me, man. I can High Jump Kick, or I could Drain Punch, or I can just U-turn. I think I got a U-turn. High Jump Kick probably isn't gonna kill from here. We're gonna go for it. I don't know. I've never used Mienshao either. Is this Regenerator? Yeah, it's Regenerator. If he burns this right now, we're not gonna be doing too good. Oh my god, that actually killed. Wow. Wow, dude. That's intense. I'm a little surprised. So Mienshao picks up a kill. I guess it doesn't really matter since this will be the last episode of this series here, but in comes the Regirock. Bro, I'm gonna High Jump Kick you too. Does he have Protect? Does this thing have Protect? Do I scout for that right now? Does one scout for Protect Regirock? Is that what you do? I'm gonna High Jump Kick, man. I don't understand. Almost knocked him out! He's gonna get up his rocks. Late game rocks, bro? Do I have Defog on Togetic? No. I just Drain Punch now. It's gonna hit everything. That's Drain Punch. He's gonna swap into the Heracross, so we're gonna get some chip damage off here. He's setting up for the winning with Heracross. Here's the problem. Heracross is very clearly Scarfed. He's gonna get a kill here. Well, maybe not. Well, his kill is gonna be against Mienshao, but he's gonna get locked into something. So I 4 times resist the close combat if I go into Togetic. I think I leave this thing in here and I just go for Stone Edge and hit him neutral. He's gonna outspeed me, but if he goes for EQ, he's gonna close combat and does knock us out. He's gonna get probably the Moxie boost. Yeah, but what that does, it allows me to go into Togetic now. And what's his Vaporeon or his Espeon at? 36%. So realistically, I can go for Dazzling Gleam, and it should do a decent amount to the Espeon coming in. And I'm pretty bulky, so I know I could live at least one hit. Yeah, I think that's what my play is. Nasty plotting doesn't seem to make sense here. I don't know if I outspeed Regirock, in all honesty. Just Dazzling Gleam. He's got to switch into Espeon here. I don't know if it's going to be enough to knock him out. but he's gonna go into Regirock and sack it, I think. Yeah, Togetic picking up a kill. Look at this thing, man. Togetic just picked up a kill too. Here's the problem. Ferrocross comes in and goes for Stone Edge. Oh, he's gonna go to Espeon. I'm staying in, man. I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam this thing. Because he's Life Orb Espeon, so he's gonna take 10%. I could probably live one hit. HP, I'm gonna eat that up, dude. Tell me Togetic's about to pick up a second kill. Oh my goodness, Togetic. You are a legend. 2 kills for Togetic. So here's the thing. He cannot close combat. He can't Mega Horn. He has to go for Stone Edge. And if he locks himself into Stone Edge, then I think Swampert wins. So I'm going for Dazzling Gleam. And if he goes for Stone Edge, then Swampert wins. And I can go and yeah, I think we're good. I think Swampert wins the match for us, if I'm not mistaken. I think. What are you gonna do, buddy? Close combat. I eat that. Look at that. 11% Togetic. You are an absolute monster. Look at Togetic go, baby. You are an all-star, Togetic. You are the all-star for this matchup. Guys, I really hope you did enjoy this episode of the Pokemon All-Stars, although we used all sorts of different Pokemon because of the randomizer. I had an absolute blast. We actually picked up a couple good wins there. So definitely be sure to show your love on that like button down below, as it does help the channel out a tremendous amount. And if you guys want to see another episode of this All-Stars session, let me know what tier you want to see, and that'll be that. So my name is Dan. I'll also go by aDrive. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.